Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for Dectilon's Hard Games thread. I'm Danzel Glovington, and today I'm going to revisit the Glass Joe strategy that I mentioned in my last video to start, and then we'll be taking on the Kaiser fight. I received comments from someone saying that they weren't able to do this strategy on their first try, but I quickly was able to help them get it. So the key is to be able to chain your punches together. And I mentioned earlier that this was called punch buffering. So what I mean is, you just hold the button down and it sort of stores that move. It prepares it, and that move will occur just from you holding the button down. And then as soon as that move starts, you can prepare the next one. So you chain them together. As soon as you see Little Mac's fist release, you press B again. So you start this by holding up and B at the very beginning of the fight. And then you chain together. After your first punch, you chain together 20 more, so it's 21 punches total. So let's get the fight started. You hold up and B at the start of the fight, and then you're going to want to chain together 21 punches total. So he's going to get hit in the face by 3 punches, and then he's going to block 18 of them and leave you with 2 hearts, because you start with 20. Oh, we took 3 hits. Oh, now he's blocking the hits. I'm just pressing B and holding up, and I'm pressing B in between each punch as soon as I can. Now the next part's really important. So he gave us the short delay there, so that's the fastest possible time on Glass Joe. So after you get those 21 chained punches in, the next ones are very specific. You have to release up B one more time. That won't connect, it'll miss. So you have an up B, and then B, A, B, regardless of his delays. So that's 1 left face, 1 left body, 2 right bodies, and 1 left body. So as long as you maintain those last 5 punches are the most important part. Left face, left, right, left. If you chain those together right after the first 21, you'll always get them down, as long as you've done it correctly. It'll either be this time here, 42 flat, or 42.25. I'll show the fight a few more times for this video, but let's move on to Kaiser. Good to see you, Cyril. Alright. So Kaiser was in the Punch-Out arcade version as well as this version, and then he came back for the Wii. The song you hear at the beginning of his fight is from Ride of the Valkyries by Richard Wagner. That's from one of his operas from the Ring Cycle. And the quotes, he says quotes between rounds. Every fighter in this game will say a little bit after round 1 and after round 2, before rounds 2 and before round 3. A little text box comes in where their stats are right now. And I'll just say those because I'll probably be taking out most of the opponents in one round. In most of the fights, even the ones where I am teaching about it. So, Kaiser's quotes are, they're kind of politically incorrect towards Germany, but a lot of this game can be pretty racially insensitive. Anyway, his quotes are, "I was a boxing teacher at the military academy. I'll teach you a lesson, you will fall down. Surrender or I will conquer you." Yeah, that one's pretty rough. And finally, "Your punch is soft, just like your heart." Okay. He'll either be KO'd on his 4th or 5th knockdown throughout the fight if you do not TKO him. He'll go down for the 10 seconds. It's possible he'll do that. And he goes down on decision, or you'll win by decision with 8,000 points. So I'm just going to employ the strategy that I use every time. And I'll explain why it's good, because it's really consistent and really easy to do. Hey, coughing. Alright, so again, this fight you start by holding up and B. This will prepare a left face jab that will always connect at the beginning of the fight. Then what you want to do is wait for him to throw a punch and connect 5 more. And then keep fighting until you hit 2 more. You'll get that star. Then you dodge 1, stun him, and throw a star into his stunned face. The key to this strategy is that Kaiser has a flag where if he is stunned, a star punch will always instantly knock him down. So if you have stars, you can hit him once so that he's stunned, after dodging one of his attacks. And then you can unleash the star to instantly knock him down. He sort of does this like wah 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 face when you know that that's going to work. If you're throwing a star during that face he makes, then you'll definitely get him. So that's the 39. I'll do that strategy a second time once we get there. So back to Glass Joe. So we're going to jump around here. Let's do something fun with Glass Joe here. Instead of doing the basic Zallard strat, where you buffer your punches so that you get them every single time, you can take your time and sort of have a little fun with it. Let's see how I do. He's blocking there. Okay, so I'm not really having any luck raising his guard here. Hopefully I don't, uh-oh. Okay, so, okay, I think I still have time. I think, I've got about as much time here to talk about, some stuff about Glass Joe now. Pay attention to the clock right now and see what's going on, guys. Note the clock isn't running. That's right. We've got the clock stop glitch in this game. This only works for the original Mike Tyson's Punch-Out cartridge on the NTSC. I believe it works for both versions of the PAL cartridge, but I'm not totally sure. And it does not work for the re-release of Punch-Out in 1990, the one with the Mr. Dream replacement. So, I can use this time to talk a little bit more about Glass Joe. He was in Super Punch-Out's arcade version, but not the Super Nintendo version. In Super Punch-Out, he is the trainer and mentor for Gabby J, the first opponent. I mentioned incorrectly with bad grammar, the rumor that Glass Joe actually got victory over the final opponent of Super Punch-Out, Nick Bruiser. The music you hear at the beginning of Glass Joe's fight is La Marseillaise, the national anthem of France. If you okay, the clock stopping glitch stops in that it like no longer freezes the clock if you attack a stun opponent, or rather if you stun the opponent. So when he throws a punch, you hit him, he's stunned. That's what makes the clock move again. Throwing a star punch also makes the clock start again. So there are lots of things that make the clock start again. It says here that delivering a star uppercut or stunning the opponent or knocking an opponent down will make the clock start again. It takes 5,000 points to beat Glass Joe on decision if you happen to go all the way to round 3 with him. And again, it would be kind of unusual to read all of his quotes, because that means you would sort of be taken into round 2 and 3 with him quite a lot. But let's see what one of them is. So Doc Lewis, Little Mac's coach and mentor, has a few quotes that he says to him as well. But a lot of those don't change between fights. Some of them are specific to some fighters, but not always. The fighters have their unique quotes. So this is one of Glass Joe's. The others he has are, "Watch the jaw, don't hit the jaw. Do I have time to take a nap before the fight? And make it quick, I want to retire." So I mentioned that you can get stars off of Glass Joe in a couple of ways. One way to get a star off of Glass Joe is to hit him 20 times. 20 unstunned hits will give you a star 100% of the time. I mentioned about unstunned hits versus stunned hits. You can also get a star from the 21st unstunned hit, but that's only a 50-50 star. That's a random star. Look at that. He does Vive la France a little earlier in round 2 than he does in round 1. Good old Glass Joe. So yeah, some stars in this game are random. The 21st unstunned hit on Glass Joe is only 50% of getting a star. Same with the one that you can hit him after his stun combo is done. If you give him one additional hit, that's only a 50% chance of a star. Anyway, now we're back to Von Kaiser. I'm going to explain my strategy in a little more detail this time. It banks on the fact that Von Kaiser has a flag that's written into the game where if he is stunned, he will instantly be knocked down by a star punch. This is something that you can discover for yourself very easily, just casually playing the game, and get a quick time on Von Kaiser just by figuring out, I want a star, give me a star, just keep playing till you get one. You finally get one, be like, alright, all I have to do is dodge him and hit him, and he'll be stunned, throw a star into his face, and that star will knock him down instantly no matter what his HP is at. It's programmed into the game, it happens every time. So the strategy that was developed by Tom Roth from Germany in like 2003 for Von Kaiser to get him down in less than 40 seconds no matter how good you are, basically. Like I can do it every time. So that shows you it's not too hard. It banks on getting a star as quickly as possible and consistently. So how do you get a star from Von Kaiser? Well, you have to hit him 8 times. And the 8th hit has to be unstunned. So, what you do is, you start the fight by hitting him in the face, because he'll always take one right at the beginning. Then you wait for him to throw a punch. You get 5 hits in your stun combo on this guy. So once he throws a punch, if you dodge it right, you'll hit him 5 times, you get 5 stun combo punches. And then 2 more punches after that will always land, just because he has a set pattern of when his guard is down and when he can take more headshots and stuff. So in this case, right after you get that first stun combo down, you get 5 hits in. Your 6th hit after that, your very next hit will always land, and your very next hit after that will always land. Now that'll be your 8th hit, and you'll get the star. Then what you got to do is dodge one more hit, stun him, and throw the star. Let's try that. The second phase of the strategy is a little bit more interesting. It's the second way of getting stars off of him. If you counter his uppercut that he does when he gets back up, you will always get a star, and sometimes you'll get a star off of countering the second one. So I'm going to counter his first uppercut here, and I'm going to get a star. Counter with a left body blow is the way I generally do it. And will I get a second one? Yes, I did. That's very lucky. The second one is a 50-50. That's a random chance. And I've gotten it both times I fought him today. So that's lucky. If you don't get it, then you just have to counter one of these gutters. Instead of countering that gutter, I just ducked his punch and threw the star. I didn't even need to hit him. I hit him an extra time. But I didn't hit him an extra time the first time I showed the strategy off. Alright, so I'm gonna do Joe, and then I'm gonna get back to Von Kaiser one more time. So we're gonna do the clock stop on Joe again, because I wanted to show you how low the clock can be when you TKO Glass Joe. So I'm going to TKO Glass Joe in less than 50 seconds. That's 3 knockdowns. So you got to waste all your hearts to get the clock stop glitch to work. Yeah, it was patched out of the newer version of the game. So we're out of it. Then you got to do a quick dodge, face blocked gut face. Okay, now I can't hit him while he's, yeah, there we go. You have to get the unstunned hits in. And you can take your time with this because the clock isn't moving. So you need to get, oops, you need to get 20 of them. Ugh, there we go. There, and now 21. I just have to hope that the 21st hit gives me a star. It did, okay. No, and I messed up. I wasn't supposed to throw the star, so this will be a bit longer. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the quick TKO properly here. Just leave that in as a little blooper. Right on coughing. Work it down to the 39. Should be no problem. Alright, it worked. Oop. He seems to be really good at blocking. There we go. Gotta manipulate his guard. Yeah. Ugh. There we go. Oh no, it didn't. Again, I didn't get enough stars. Oh well. Whatever, it's not that interesting. The basic idea is that you can just like get him down really fast at a TKO. Wow. Getting a lot of stars off of him there. Getting those lucky ones. Just really lucky ones. Yeah, you also can't get hit by Glass Joe to get this to work. Because getting hit makes him not come up on the 1 count. So that's another thing about this game. When an opponent gets up on a 1 count, they'll instantly go back down to a star punch. So if you can get an opponent to go down and you know that they're going to come back up on a 1, then you can just hold start while they're coming back up, and they'll instantly get knocked back down. It's just programmed into the game. When they come up on a 1, it sets a flag that they will go down instantly to a star punch. So I was doing that on Von Kaiser too. Because everyone in the minor circuit, and this is true of everyone in the first 3 fights, and there are other fights beyond that do this, but the first 3 fights, if you knock the opponent down and you're at full health, they will always get back up on a 1 count. So Glass Joe will always get up on a 1 count unless you get the KO 4-frame window. He'll get up on a 1 count if you are at full health. Von Kaiser will get up on a 1 count if you're at full health the first time. And the next fight does it too. So I use that for the fast strategy. I'll show some stuff off that you can do if you're not great. If you feel like, I don't really even know if I could dodge his punch, I'm just going to sort of hit him whenever I feel like it. Like, oh, good. Okay. Oh. So you don't get the star all that fast. And your time's not going to be all that great. That's okay. Just keep trying and eventually you will get one. Alright, good. Then you see that, press start, and he'll go down. So now, here's something you can do if you don't know how to counter his uppercuts. So to counter his uppercuts, you can hold up, and that will send him into them. Just let go of up and press it, and you got it. Or if you want, you can dodge, and then just do a left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right combo. And he'll be infinitely stunned. He'll be infinitely stunned. You can take down all of his HP that way. All of his stamina can be taken down. Just dodge one of his uppercuts and go left, right, left, right. And if you don't hold up, it won't send him into the uppercut any sooner, but you can just use a left body blow, and that's fine. So again, if he's stunned, a star will always knock him down. He's a very simple opponent. Alright, let's see if I can do the proper clock stopping strategy without messing up this time. I'm gonna give it another go, guys. Glass Joe will not attack during the first 40 seconds of round 1. He won't retaliate, he just blocks and takes hits. So that's the only way to get him to do that, okay, is to waste all your hearts. Because when you have no hearts, most opponents are guaranteed to let you dodge to give you a chance to get them back. including Glass Joe. He throws his right-handed hook, giving you a chance to dodge. His right-handed hook can be countered by a face punch, and his left-handed hook can be countered by, or his left-handed jab rather, can be countered with a, oh, I didn't get the bonus star anyway. So that's a luck thing. It requires luck to get the star you need to get a really fast TKO. So now let's see if I can get the stars. Alright. Now he's done. You're done, Joe. Pew! Alright, so another thing you can do to everybody in the first 3 fights, including, you know, they have the flag where if you have full health when you knock them down the first time, they'll always get up on the 1 count. Here's another thing that you can do with them. You can gutter them. So I'll try to show you what guttering is after I explain it. Basically what it is you hold up, and that causes the opponent's guard to go up, thinking that you're going to throw a face punch. And then if you quickly let go of up and press B, you can get the punch in. Von Kaiser allows you to gutter him, and if you do it, you can actually get a star before he throws any punches, and it's a faster strategy. I myself cannot pull it off. It's another one of those challenges. It's up there with knocking out Glass Joe world record time with a star. See, there you go. I accidentally didn't let go of up in time. And because I didn't let go of up in time, I wasn't able to get the gutter in. Instead, it looked like I threw a face punch that he jumped over. I mean, he ducked under. He ducked under my face jab because I didn't let go of up fast enough. So I'm holding up right now. Technically, I am going to perform some gutters on him, but they're gutters that are also countering his uppercuts. There, and that gives you the star. That's the guaranteed. The second star wasn't guaranteed, but the first one was. So that's the basic rundown on Von Kaiser. Yeah, my challenge with him is to get the fast strat where I get the gutters in. That's called Kaiser's Casualty Extreme. Because Matt Turk developed a strategy back in the day called Kaiser's Casualty. And that allowed him to get a time that was faster than the one I used that Tom discovered and wrote down. Actually, he gave credit to Matt Turk. Tom Roach gave credit to Matt Turk about the strategy that I used to get a fast time on Von Kaiser every time. In 2003 it was made. He gave credit to Matt Turk, but he called it Kaiser's Blitzkrieg. And it's a very good strategy. It's the one I use because it's incredibly consistent. The world record holder for the single segment run of the entire game was able to get so consistent at Kaiser's Casualty Extreme, which is a strategy he developed that was based on Kaiser's Casualty. That involves guttering Von Kaiser, giving him some gutters to allow you to get that star before he even throws a punch. And so that's something that's beyond my capabilities at the moment. I'll be challenging myself to see if one day I can do it. And that gives you a sub 37 second fight for Von Kaiser. I'll be posting my personal best fight for him as well that shows off the Blitzkrieg strategy. And I'll also be linking things that talk about the strategies and the resources I use to learn them. So thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you next time for Let's Play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.